Hello students, today we will start with subject mathematics for computers, that is code is 501. Today we will start with topic set theory. Okay, what is set? A set is a well-defined collection of objects. The objects of a set are called as elements or members. The element of a set can be anything. A set can be a collection of numbers, collection of name of persons, collection of letters of the alphabet, or even collection of other sets. It is denoted with capital letter like A, B, C. Okay. So the elements are generally denoted with lowercase letters X, Y, Z. If X is a member of set A, then symbolically it is denoted as X belongs to set A. So how you will write? X belongs to set A. If X is not member of set A, then symbolically it is denoted as X, which is not belongs to set A. So a set consists of objects or elements. The element can be numbers, letters, etc. Elements are listed inside curly brackets. Set can have a finite or infinite number of elements, or they can be empty. Empty sets called the null set have no elements and are denoted by the symbol that is this is the symbol for null set. Okay, it is denoted with circle and line. Okay, having no elements. This is the set A with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is a set of single digit positive numbers. Then set B, red, yellow, blue is the set of primary colors. Here C is the set having X 0 less than or X less than 5 is the set of numbers between 0 to 5. Okay. So what is listing method or roster method? In set listing method, the elements of a set are explicitly listed within braces or curly brackets. Okay, here you can use the curly brackets. These brackets can be used. If set contains only a small number of elements, or if there is some particular pattern in the list of elements, then this method is useful. That which method? Listing method or roster method. The order in which the elements of a set are listed is not important, and also the repetition in the list do not change the content of the set. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Here you can change the order of the numbers like 6284 or 8642 or 224668. Okay. List do not change the content of a set. Repetition in the list do not change the content of the set. For the sets with too many elements, more often an abbreviated list is used. This list is ended with 3 dots. Now we will see the set builder method. First we have seen the listing method, and second method is set builder method. If a set contains a large number of elements and the members of the set follow some obvious pattern, then the set builder method is used to represent such set. Okay. Example, we can take the example like if there is set A equals to x is the number which is belongs to x is a number less than 101. Okay, A is a set. We read this as set A is a set of all x such that x is a natural number less than 101. Okay. Next, there are different types of set like empty set. Okay, the empty set is a set that contains no elements. Usually empty set is represented with the using the symbol. This is the symbol for empty set. This is the symbol for empty set. Sometimes it is also represented as curly brackets. Okay, only brackets. This is the empty set. Then A is a set of natural numbers whose square are negative. This set A is an empty set because there is no natural number whose square is negative. So next we will see the singleton set. A singleton set is a set that contains only one element. Empty sets having no elements. Singleton sets which having only one element. Okay. If A is the set of all natural numbers whose square is 100, A is the set of all the natural numbers whose square is 100. So we will take A is the set So this is the A is the set of all natural numbers whose square is 100. 10 square will be 100. So this is the set. A is the singleton set because there is only one natural number whose square is 100. First we have seen the empty set. Next is singleton set. Now we will see the subset or superset. If every member of the set A is also a member of the set B, then set A is said to be a subset of set B. If every member of the set A now we will see subset and so what is subset? So subset and superset. A is a subset of B. This denotes then set A is said to be the subset of set B. It is written as A is a subset of B. It is also pronounced as A is contained in B. Equivalently, in this case, we can write B is a superset of A. However, we will write this as B is superset of A. Okay. Or B includes A or B contains A. Empty set is a subset of every set. If A is a subset of B but not equal to B, then A is called as proper subset of B. It is written as A. We can write this as like this. A is a subset of B but not equal to B. Then A is called as proper subset. This is proper subset of B. It is written as like this. Okay. Now, the set of all women in proper subset of the set of all people. Next, we will take the example of subset. First, we will write 2, 5, 7. Okay, equals to, or subset of 1, 2, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, this 2 number belongs to this set, then 5 number belongs to this, and 7 is also belongs to this set. So this set is subset of this set. Next is a finite set and infinite set. A set is said to be finite set if it contains a finite number of elements. All other sets are called as infinite sets. Okay, a set is said to be finite set if it contains a finite number of elements, and other sets are called as infinite sets. First, we will see example. If the number set is B, A, then B, C, D, E, and F. It is also a finite set because it contains only 6 members. Infinite set of all natural numbers. Suppose n is the natural number having number 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and so on. This will called as infinite set. Then set of integer numbers. How will you denote it? First, set of all integers. It will belongs all negative numbers, okay, and 0 and positive numbers. This is set of infinite numbers, integers. Next, universal set. What is universal set? Universal set. A set that contains all the elements in the universe of discourse is called as universal set. Denoted by, it is denoted by U. Normally, anything under consideration is part of the universal set. So anything other than universal set is an empty set. Example, if the sets involved in discussion are of numbers, then the universal set can be R, the set of all real numbers. If we are discussing about people in different states of India, then the universal set is the set of all people in India. Okay, this is denoted by U. Next, we will see the power set, the set of all the subsets of set A. Subsets of set A is called as the power set of A. It is denoted by, power set is denoted by P in bracket A. If a set A contains an n number of elements, then its power set PA contains 2 raised to n number of elements. 2 raised to n number of elements. If A equals to 2, 3, then all possible subset of A are empty set. Now, we have seen the different types of set. Now we will see the set operations. In arithmetic, we study different operations of two numbers such as addition, multiplication, division. Similarly, we define different operations on sets which are union, intersection, subtraction, Cartesian products. So first we will see the equality of sets. Two sets A and B are said to be equal if they contain the same elements. It is written as equality of sets. Okay, first A equals to B. Two sets A and B are said to be equal if they contain the same elements. A and B will have same elements, then it is said to be equal sets. Any two sets A and B are equal if and only if all the members of X of set A are such that X is also a member of set B. So how we will take one example. 1, 2, 3. These are the numbers in A and B having numbers as 3, 2, 1. Then these two sets are equal. Next, we will see the union of sets. Union of sets. Okay. If A and B are any two sets, then the union of sets A and B is the set of all the elements which are either from the set A or from the set B or from both sets. It is denoted by, how you will denote the union of sets? A union B. Okay. So how symbolically this set is defined as A union B equals to, in curly brackets, X belongs to set A, X element is belongs to set A, or X belongs to set B. Example, A equals to contains elements like 1, 2, 3, and B set contains 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we will remove the 3. It contains 1, 2, and okay, 4, 5. So A union B will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Set A contains 1, 2, 3. B contains 1, 2, 4, 5. So A union B will be, in A, you can see these three numbers are there. Here, these three numbers are there. In B, you can see 1 and 2 is repeated in A and B both. So we taken it as common. Then 4 and 5 is in B. So A union B will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we will see the intersection of sets. If A and B are any two sets, then the intersection of set A and B is the set of all elements which are in both A and B. So how you will denote this? A intersection B. Here x belongs to A. We have see the OR thing in union. Now we will see in intersection there is AND x. Okay, this is A intersection B. So in example we will see A set having numbers 1, 2, 3 and 7. So A having 1, 2, 3, 7 and in B 1, 2, 4 and 5. Okay. A having 1, 2, 3, 7, B having 1, 2, 4, 5. Then A intersection B equals to, which are common elements among these two sets, that is 1 and 2. So A intersection B will be 1 and 2. Now we will take one more examples. A having elements 1, 2 and 3. B having elements as 4 and 5. Okay. So A intersection B equals to, in A is 1, 2, 3 and B is 4 and 5. There is no common elements among this. So we will write the A intersection B as empty set. Okay. So differences of sets we will see. So we will see the differences of sets. If A and B are any two sets, then the difference of set A from set B is a set of all those elements of A which are not element of B. It is denoted by difference of set. It is denoted by A minus B, differences of set, or A by B. Okay. It is symbolically defined as X element of, say, X which is belongs to A and X which is not belongs to B. Then we will get the difference of set A minus B. Here A minus B is not equals to B minus A. Okay, both is different. So we will take one example, that is A equals to 1, 2, 3, 7 and 9. In B 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. In A 1, 2, 3, 7, 9 and B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what is the value of A minus B? Is discarding the common elements. So A minus B is 7, 9. Here you can see X belongs to A set, but not belongs to B. Okay, this is A minus B and B minus A. Not common elements in set B. It comes under B minus A. So next we will see the complement of a set. If A is any set for which U is the universal set, then the complement of the set A is the set which contains those elements of U which are not elements of A. It is denoted by A dash. Symbolically, this set is defined as A complement. Okay, we will see A complement equals to A dash. Complement say X belongs to universal set and X not belongs to A. Okay, this is A complement. Okay, first X belongs to universal set, but X is not belongs to A. So how you will denote this? A complement is U minus A. We'll take one example. If U contains elements like 1, 2, 3 up to 10, this is the universal set, and A contains 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. U contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10 and A contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then what will be the complement set for A? The remaining elements 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. This is the complement set. Complement of a set. Next is Cartesian product. If A and B are any two sets, then the set of all order pair A comma B, where A is an element of A and B is an element of B, is called the Cartesian product of A and B. It is denoted by A cross B. Cartesian product of two sets A cross B is formally defined as. Now we will see so we will see Cartesian products. If A and B are any two sets, then the set of all order pair A comma B, where A is an element of A, capital A, and B is an element of B, it is called as Cartesian product of A and B. It is denoted by A cross B. Now we will see A Cartesian product B equals to A comma B. These two are the elements, okay, where A is the element belongs to set A and B is the element which belongs to set B. So similarly, the Cartesian products of set B with A is B cross A. Now we will see example. Here Here in Cartesian product, A cross B equals to B cross A are not equal. Okay, so we will see one example. A contains two elements, 1 and 2, and B contains A, B and C. Okay, then how you will give A cross B? First, you have to multiply each element of A with every element of the B. So we will see as 1 comma 2, 1 comma A, multiply 1 with every element of B. So 1 into B, then 1 comma C, okay, then 2 comma A, 2 comma B and 2 comma C, right? This is A cross B. Now B cross A. You have to take every element of B to A. So first we will take A1, A comma 2, right? 2, then B comma 1, B comma 2, C comma 1 and C comma 2. So this is B cross A. Then A cross A, how you will take A cross A? Okay, A contains one and A contains X, Y and Z. There are three elements in A. So A cross A will be X into X, Y into Y, Z into Z. Okay. So first we will multiply X, Y and Z. So first we have to multiply this to this, then this to Y, then this to Z, next Z to X, Z to Z and Z to this. So we will get A cross A, you will get, so first A into A, what you will get, X comma X, right? Then X comma Y, right? Then X comma Z, then Y comma X, Y comma Y, then Y comma Z. Next you will get Z comma X, Z comma Y and then Z comma Z. Okay, this is A cross A, right? This is Cartesian product. Now we will see different properties of set operation. Properties of set operation. The operations on set satisfy many or algebraic properties. All of these properties can be proved using the definition of the operations. These can also be proved using the diagrammatic representation of sets, which are Venn diagrams. We will study this Venn diagrams later. So first property is commutative property. For all sets A and B, we have union of sets is a commutative operation. Commutative operation. What is commutative operation? So commutative operation is A union B equals to B union A. This is union of sets is a commutative operation. Intersection of sets is a commutative operation. That is intersection of A to B and B to A is equal. Then associative properties for all sets A and B and C. We have union of sets as an associative operation. Associative operation A union B having union C equals to A union B union C. Okay, this is associative properties. Same will be applicable for intersection. First A intersection B will be intersection for C, and then A intersection B intersection C. This is associative property. In distributive property, third is the distributive property. Union of sets is a distributive operation over intersection of sets. In distributive, A union B intersection C. Okay, this will applicable to A union B. Okay, intersection A union C. This is distributive property. A is distributed to B and C using union. Now, idempotent laws. Okay, that is A union A will be same A, and A intersection A will be A. Then De Morgan's law. In De Morgan's law, A union B, that is complement, it will assign to both A intersection B complement, and A intersection B complement will be A complement union B complement. This is De Morgan's law. Then properties of complements. In complement property, A complement, we will get only A set. A union A complement set will be universal set. In A intersection A complement will be empty set. Complement of empty set will be universal set, and universal complement will be empty set. Okay, properties of the universal set. A union universal set, we will get the universal set. A intersection universal set will be A. Properties of null set. A union empty set we will get as A, and A intersection null set will be empty set, that is null set. Okay, So we will see the next in, that is Venn diagram. What is Venn diagram? Sets can be represented using Venn diagrams also. A Venn diagram is a pictorial representation of sets in a plane. In Venn diagrams, circles, ellipses or closed curves and a rectangle represent sets. The universal set is represented by the interior of a rectangle and the other sets are represented by circles or closed curves lying within the rectangle. If U is the universal set, U is the universal set and U belongs to A. U belongs to A, then U is divided into two subsets, A and A complement, because U is equals to A union A complement. A Venn diagram of this situation can be shown in the below. Okay, this is the Venn diagram. First, it is represented using rectangle. Here is the A, okay, and this part is A set, and this remaining part is A complement, and whole rectangle is universal set. U is the universal set and U contains both, that is A union A complement. Okay, if B is subset A, then inside a rectangle representing universal set, a circle and ellipse representing set A is drawn, and the circle and ellipses representing the set B is drawn entirely within set A. It is because of the fact that in this case, every element of set B is also an element of set A. A Venn diagram for B subset A can be shown as B subset of A. Okay, this is the diagram for B subset of A. For disjoint sets, here you will see the disjoint sets A and B. These two sets are disjoint sets. A union B, how will you show this? A union B. This is A and this is B. This is A union B. The whole thing is A union B. And for intersection A intersection B, this part is A intersection B. A intersection B, and this part is A union B. Okay. So we have finished with set theory. In next chapter, we will see the mathematical induction. If you have any query, please message me or contact me. We will end this meeting here. Thank you.